This is how we do it. I'm not going to get anybody back on this. It's over. Drink my coffee and get the hell out of here. Oh, that sucked. I had a good setup there for a minute. Dude, Mr. Cooper. All I figured out was to close the old one and put the new one up. Sucks. I was doing good. I liked it. My VPN just suddenly decided it wanted to open up, and it took me off a line. Maximus, we're back. No, you owe me a coffee, Maximus. You said I need load. Load me, Daddy. Come on, send me a coffee with some load. Maximus is brutal. I'll tell you. He's your best friend, but he's going to be the first one to punch you in your face when you fuck up. Do a room tour. The room's 10 foot by 10 feet, bro. 10 feet by 8 feet to be exact. There's nothing to tour. It was going to be, I mean, at one time pigs lived in here. And then it was supposed to be my caretaker's spot. In fact, if you look here, if you wanted a tour, fucker, I'll give you a tour. Look, there's a hole. That used to be for the chickens to come in and out. Okay? There's the door I made. Here's my fan up there, 360 pesos. Okay? There's my coconut chair, made out of coconuts and bamboo. There's my signs. This is some kind of fish trap that I converted into a light. I don't know if you guys can see that. Yeah, I made a bunch of those. They were fish traps I made into lights. There's my beach signs. This is a hammock. There's nothing else to show you, man. Couple plants. And this is my tripod that I just bought. I don't know if you can see that or not. Tripod. It's kind of hard to do with a laptop. This is the old pig pen. I don't use this one, but that's the old pig pen if you can see it. There's my barbecue grills and my lawnmower. Look at that. Lawnmower. There's a scale. And there's one of the new pig pens clear across the room. I don't know if any shit like that's important. I can't take you too far, man. I'm on my laptop. And this is my little table that I made out of a glass door and some cinder blocks. So, no, dude, it's not my bedroom. Maximus, you know I have a real bedroom, right? Sometimes I just want to punch you in your head, bro. I have a real bed with a mattress and an air conditioner and lights and electricity. Can you imagine that? And fans and night tables. Who said anything about an aircon in a pig pen? What's wrong with you guys? I'm not doing this in my bedroom. Crazy? I don't want to be rude, but you're not going to ever see anything that's personal to me. Just not. I'm online. Until you're my friend, you ain't going to know anything about me that's personal unless they're past experiences. Magic, Maximus? No magic in this room. I did get laid in this room, oddly enough. I'm probably sitting in a dried up spewed cum hole. All pigs are gone except for one, Maximus. She's a land race. This is her first group of babies, and she's having babies in 10 days. She's the last one. I said I would keep her because her babies are F1s. If you know anything about pigs, they're the cream of the crop here in the Philippines, and I should get some decent money for them. Yeah, you're not going to hear any more pigs. There's only one left. Everybody's gone. In fact, a few of them left the other day, all of them pregnant, but just recently pregnant. The one, if you don't know anything about pigs, the one is called a petrine, and she is pure muscle. There's no fat on this pig. Her meat is extremely expensive. Dude, all the rest of them just walked out, got in the truck, and left. This girl, it's the weirdest thing. I don't know how to explain it to you. I've had her for 2 years. You have a relationship with these pigs if they're your sows, not just piglets, but sows. They're like dogs, smarter. And this girl is so strong, so big, and she has a personality. She always look up at you like that. No matter what she's doing, she's the first one to look at you and pay attention. You're in the room. The weird thing is, strong as a beast. I mean, strong like a bull, man. Not like any of the other ones. Pure muscle and all strength. And she wasn't scared to let you know it. She took me for a ride the other day. I didn't tear my hamstring, but injured my hamstring, and my neck and back are all sore. But it's weird because she'll be brutally forceful like that. And the weird thing is, she's sensitive. So then she won't talk to you or act like you or look at you for 2 weeks. Literally, the people that took her, they're like, dude, she hasn't got up off the ground. Yeah, she won't get up. She's mad. She's angry. She's hurt. She's butt hurt. That was my rant. Give him hell, Matt. I don't know. Who am I giving hell? Sal should get you 30K. Well, thanks, Maximus, for telling me how much I should get. You get 30K per Sal. Okay? I got 30K per Sal. I don't want to tell you how many I had because I'm still begging you for a coffee and load, Daddy. Come on, Daddy, Daddy, Daddy. Daddy, Maximus, Daddy, Daddy. Oh, don't stop, Daddy. Load it, Daddy. Oh, Daddy, right there, Daddy. I can be a Philippine. Farm girl, Kenny Subik. What's that mean, farm girl? Some of my comments don't show up. Mary, I got you blocked, Mary. If you're going to curse, it's not being allowed here. This is strictly very professional platform here. Okay? Regular gay. Look at this. Is that regular guy with a fake name, or is this regular gay? Who is it? Who am I looking at? That's not by mistake there. Come on, Mary. You're a girl. You're the only girl in the room. What's your favorite position? All right, Maximus. Now you're just not being realistic. You realize the price per the Philippine government is 210 pesos per kilo for live weight right now. Nobody's getting it. Dude, and I'm in one of the more expensive areas for pigs. Nobody's getting it. My girl, Mary. That's how I like it. Tell me, Mary, if I'm getting behind that, is it already wet? Or do I have to spack it up there, huh? Mary, I'm pretty sure if you're a girl, I'm gonna slap my balls against your pussy one day. Regular guys now he's retracting his shit. Regular guy has 2 little pimples for balls. Tired. Once I finish this coffee, I'm going to go eat some breakfast and go do something fun. This chat room has run its course, but you guys got to start telling me what you want for content because I don't know what to do. Arguing with these other vloggers seems really a waste of my time. Look, obviously it gets me more views, but it's not getting me more subs, and it's definitely not. It's just not intelligent conversation, man. I feel like I could beat these guys up while I'm sleeping and jerking off and hacking off a piece of ass all at one time. Am I Jewish? Funny that you asked that. A lot of people have asked me that. No, not even close. All through school, people thought I was Jewish. I don't know if you think it because I'm cheap or the way I look, but how do you feel about Mayweather coming out of retirement? I think he's an idiot. Roman Catholic Irish. I'm always going to be Irish, and I was born Roman Catholic. I'm not going to say I'm totally into that, but thank you, Maximus. You can't tell an Irish guy when you see one. What are you saying, bro? Come on. You know, when I was younger, I used to look like, what's his name, the actor? Oh, fuck. You know, the 5 brothers that are actors. The one that shot somebody by mistake on live television. Oh shit, Baldwin. I used to look like one of the Baldwins, but I'm old now and I look like shit. But then again, he looks like shit. Yes, Baldwin's. Alec Baldwin. Yeah, Maximus. I think they're over 50 now, bro. In fact, I know Alex, not Alec. Alex is definitely over 50. He's older than me. All right, Bob Lilly. We can talk about the pyramids, but I don't know much to say about them. And I don't know if you spelled that right, so I'll let you go back at it. Yeah, I was going to say Alec Baldwin is way older than me. (1971) Generation X. I don't know how to say. Oh, Rico. Oh, you sent me a coffee, I think, right, Rico? Thank you, sir. I never knew who sent me that. I think it was you. I'm pretty sure it says that on my thing. Yeah, Alec is 67. Mayweather and Pacnoff. Yeah, these old guys, they're stupid. You know they're not. It's not consensual. You know it's not. It's all propaganda. It's a waste of my time, money, and I mean, it's a waste of their efforts. I can do one on the piggery. Obviously, I have everything written down in books, just like this book here. Every pig I had has one of these books. In fact, you can see that one has her name still on it, Norma. Norma was my favorite, and that was my grandmother's name. Anyway, every pig was named, not the ones we sold as piglets, but every pig that I had a name that meant something from somewhere. But I can do that. Listen, I never did a piggery business, so clearly I'm not going to show much of a capital gain, and I'm not going to show a gain no matter what, right? But I'll be as honest as I can. Mary Reagan, go make dinner, girl. What's for dinner, Mary? You didn't invite me. Perpetually flossing. I don't know. Are we talking about cheese? Do you own pigs to dispose of the bodies? Get a cigar blaring mark. What's that mean? Cavemans. Get a cigar blaring mark. I'm a cigar man. How did you know that? I want to know what, dude. If you're in the Philippines, can you please tell me where to get cigars? All right, Mary. Who you feeding, Mary? I thought you lived alone. Who you cooking all this food for? See, I'm not going to BGC. Can't they mail them? Why can't they just ship it to me? Joe Pa, what do you know about Kensington, bro? Yeah, I wasn't sure she lived with you, Mary. All right, I'm sorry. For everybody that doesn't know, I'm trying to get Mary and her daughter to sleep with me together. I think I can do it. But she didn't tell me if I have to add the spit when she's head down, ass up. Billy Boss, where are you in Angeles, man? I thought Angeles was great until I didn't. That's my answer on Angeles. I thought it was great until I didn't. We had a subscriber earlier, Jing Jing Lai. She came, made my knob hard, and then she left. I don't know. Now you're making me look. I didn't know they sold cigars on Lazada. I don't. Now that I think about it, I haven't had a cigar since I was in the States. Now I'm thinking maybe it's probably a bad idea since I just quit smoking. It says no. According to laws, you are not allowed to search. No cigars on Lazada, bro. Unless I'm doing something completely wrong. No cigars. Anyway, my daughter, remember, ask Ace where he got the cigar he was smoking on his last one. I don't need to ask him. I know he hangs out with a bunch of douchebags at T-backs, and they all smoke cigars. I was in that place twice. I thought it was the biggest. I felt like I walked back into a clique of assholes back in the States. That's what I felt like that. I mean, here we had TVs. It was the playoffs of the NFL 2 years ago. And, everybody's watching the playoffs and enjoying the food. And if you're not doing that, you're either playing pool or you're looking at the girls. Here's this fat-ass slob. Fat slob. When I say fat, like 2 or 3 of me, and he's playing on his laptop up at the bar with his glasses like this. And everyone's like that. Dude, is that what you came to the Philippines for? Go jerk off back in the States, man. Because God knows anybody that's going down on him, you have to have 3 girls, 2 to hold his gut up, and 1 to find this little pepper down there to give him a BJ. And that's after wiping it with 30 towels to get all the cheese off of it. I heard Makati had a bunch of good cigars. When I visited Manila, they told me to go to Makati. If you're near Subic, I'm not near Subic. And I'm not buying anything in Boracay. I don't have Shopee, so I wouldn't know. Savannah Plains ran a house here. I didn't know that. I gotta take a shit. Uh-oh. Maximus, see, now you don't know anything about cigars, because if you knew, Cuban cigars aren't that great. They're just not legal in the U.S. That's the only reason you like that or said that or think that or were programmed to think that. If you've ever smoked a Cuban cigar, you'll know they're not that great. But yes, Joe Pie, I agree with you. Probably not a good idea, but oh man, I've always loved my cigars. You make my day, but I'm glad, Billy Boz. And I didn't know you were in Angeles. You and I have to catch up. How old are you, Billy? I didn't say you did smoke cigars. I just said you mentioned Cubans, but if you knew anything about cigars, you'd realize Cubans aren't that great. Flight path is strictly over this house, about 300 feet coming in for Atlanta. Jesus. I hope your rent's cheap. I'm glad you don't smoke, Maximus. Good for you. Keep it that way. Biggest mistake of my life. Honestly, I'll put smoking as my biggest mistake, and marriage number 2 is my second mistake. I think they might be the 2 biggest mistakes of my life right there. Ash and Edgewood. Yeah. We got a guy I never heard of before, Wiggy Benz. Nice name. Anyway, disinfect before you enter, all right? Clean your sack before you come in. I'm going to get out of here soon, though. So everybody said this guy, British Expat, is a good channel. Does anybody know a British Expat? And I'm getting out of here in about 3 minutes. I'm going to take a shit in the shower, go eat breakfast, go for a walk. All right, Wiggy, I'll call you whatever you want. Wiggy, can't you see? I think it's supposed to be Biggie. Whatever. There's Nocturnal. All right, Nocturnal. I'm going to ask for some information here. Guitarist, what kind of guitarist are you? Where are you from? Don't be sorry, bro. Yeah, but I know he was fighting with this guy, Ian. Is Ian the one that killed himself? Again, I'm telling you, I don't know anything about the vloggers. Be waiting on next live. All right, guys. British Expat is the guy Ian was fighting with on YouTube. And somehow somebody's going to blame him and try to take him to court. Like we forced him to kill himself. Like there wasn't any underlying issues there. Fucking guy kills himself and suddenly everybody else is responsible for it. They're the things I don't understand. That sounds like such a millennial thing and the modern world's excuse. Look, if you're not strong enough to make it through life, you're not strong enough to make it through life. We call that Darwin's law, right? Darwin's theory. I'm not the smartest guy in the world, but I'll tell you what, nothing anybody is ever going to say to me is going to make me want to off myself, no matter what you say or do. Fuck, there's nothing I could say or do, or anybody could say or do. I don't think God himself could come down here and convince me to kill myself. Cuban Cigars Sully story. Yes, sir. Scamper. I think I asked you about that name before. Every time I look at that, I think camping, then I think of the scamp. Uh, there's a lot of things I think of when I see that name. When did that happen? Dude, I'm not sure. I'm asking you. Somebody told me that he killed himself. There was another vlogger, that guy Through My Eyes, Philippines, or whatever his name is. He said he killed himself. You know, I, Ian doesn't have to blame himself because if he's dead, it's done. But if it's dead, I hate to see anybody else get in trouble for it. If he offed himself, nobody else should be held accountable for that. I don't care what you said or did or didn't. I mean, what kind of world do we live in? We have police officers that shoot somebody 20 times and get in trouble. Then we have guys that kill themselves and somebody else that vlogged against them is going to get in trouble. I can't stand that shit. It's such bullshit. You know, you got a guy that commits a crime, then he gets killed because the cops had to use legal enforcement, and the government wants to go after him. Then you have another guy kills himself, and the government wants to go after him. Russell Albo, I'm going to say something here. When I first came to Angeles, wasn't when I was in Manila for my first visit. I didn't hear any of that shit. I was way up in the air in a hotel. But after leaving the Drake Hotel and going to my first apartment, the fucking guy had a backyard full of roosters. So after the third night, you never notice it. And I remember saying to myself when I went to the trip through Mindanao, every hotel I went to was roosters, and I never heard them anymore. Like when I would talk to my family and friends back home, they'd be like, dude, how do you do that with all that noise? You don't even notice it anymore. The karaoke, that's iffy. Depends. The time I don't like karaoke the most is when they're doing it during the day and I'm trying to do shit like read or learn or journal. And you got these people that are singing half-assed. That's the worst. When I'm sleeping, I can sleep through it all now, which is weird because never before. I don't have it here, but I have it in my bedroom. I bought from Home Depot 2 giant jars of the squishy little earplugs that you put in. Never needed them. Dominican Republic. Yes, sir. I'm with you. So adjusting the karaoke and the roosters are easy. And I'm very sensitive. I swear I'm half ADHD when it comes to certain things. Sounds and noises. Like if I'm sitting here eating dinner, I don't hear the roosters as bad. But if the girl across from me is chomping away as if she has one tooth in her mouth, that drives me crazy. I don't know of him either. This guy Ian, I heard he was very content, and I don't know the British guy either, but I will say this: the one thing I've noticed as an expat in the Philippines, if you're going to make your life readily available on these sites like YouTube, the other vloggers don't want to hear that you're happy and content. They don't. They don't like that. They don't accept it, especially if it's different than what their lifestyle is. Nothing against Deuce, and I don't like talking about him anymore, but he's clear proof of that. He only thinks you have to live that one lifestyle in that one city like he does. And that's straight up boring. I can understand living there and traveling. I can understand living there and having girlfriends in different places. But to think that the only lifestyle you're going to have in the Philippines is an American lifestyle, that's boring. And that's not the reality of it. Because if you do meet a woman, and let's be honest, most of us are coming here to meet a woman. These women don't dress the way you see in Angeles. These women don't live the way you see in Angeles. All these girls look like $1 million. They're sharing a 1-bedroom apartment the size of this room, and they're stuffed on top of each other, having rats bite their feet and shit crawling out and bug bites because they're only staying there to work, and then they're sending the money back home. And home is way worse than that shack that you see me living in. Only in liberal cities do they go after the popo. I never followed Ian or British expat. Too boring for me. I don't know of either. I just seen another vlogger mention them because I was going to do. I don't want to say 215, but my opinion on this one vlogger, and then he started talking about that kid, so I didn't want to. Yeah, people do karaoke here all the time, Steve. All the time. That's our. We have two Steves in the room. Okay, Guitar Tech Nocturnal. I got to put you in touch with my friend. He's in Pennsylvania, outside of Philadelphia. He makes his own guitars. I mentioned it way earlier in the night, so it's not like I'm making this shit up. He makes his own guitars. And oddly enough, I met him because he owned a cigar shop, but he makes his own guitars now. And he's also, I guess, a tech, like you just said. But he can make his own guitars out of wood that he finds in people's trash. It's awesome. And really straight. I'll get his information for this, and you guys can talk to each other. I think you would have a lot in common. Every time I see your name, I think of him. What's my history? What's your history? If you want to know my history, watch my videos. My history's in there. I don't know what history you want. Do you want to know my work history? Do you want to know my bank account history? Do you want to know my life history? What when you say history, what do you want? My biography here. I wrote a biography yesterday. Oh, come get it. This is only 250,000 pesos for you today only. Maximus, I'm not musical either. I don't know if you guys had to do, but when we went through school, we had to take a music instrument for at least 6 months out of, I think it was sixth grade. I said to my dad, I don't want to do it. My dad said, here's a clarinet. And I'm like, what? I'm like, this gay little thing. You know why he gave me a clarinet? Because my sister had used it 15 years earlier, and he didn't want to buy a new instrument because that was their way of making you buy instruments or rent an instrument from the school. He said, screw it. If you don't like it, you don't want to do it, just play this stupid thing. I hated that thing so much that I remember every time I had to go to class for this practice, it was an hour once a week. I would just bullshit and do this and blow noise. I had this little wooden reed thing. And the teacher's like, what is wrong with you? I said, you're forcing me to do something I don't want to do. And this is not educational by any means. The only education you should have here is that you shouldn't be forcing me to do something I don't want to do. There's nothing lifelong improvement about a musical thing if you don't want to do it. All right, Maximus, that's kind of a open-ended question. And I'm going to answer it. And I don't mean to say good cop, bad cop. What I want to say is, what kind of cop are you? If you're the kind of cop that's protecting the people, and this and that, I'm totally for it. Law enforcement's a necessity thing. It's a necessity. There's very little of it here, I'll tell you that. But I'm pro law enforcement, if that's what you're asking me. I'm not pro bad cop. I think I'd be somewhere in the gray area if there's such a thing with police officers. My screen keeps freezing. I don't know if that's me or you. So I'm not going to say I like all cops. I'm not saying I don't like all cops. A lot of my friends work in the prison systems. My brother's a constable. I can't sing either, Maximus. It's like I'm reading. My singing literally sounds like reading, like I'm reading a book. Richie Rich, I didn't have any intentions on going anywhere else, but I do have to do my 3-year exit at the end of this year. So I guess I'm going to Bangkok, and God, hope I come back, right? I don't know what that's like there other than what everybody shows, but I do know the plan was just to go to the airport, stay for 24 hours, come back. But, look where they're sending me. The piccolo. Oh, do you remember the first one we had to learn? What was that? The flute? Yeah, remember the flute? Neither is Phil. I just farted. What is your ideal place to take a Filipino on a date in the province? My bedroom. Um, Russell Albo. Listen, dude, if it's a province girl, and this, look, all the girls in the city are province girls. You realize that, right? Most of them that you meet are province girls in the city. They're happy with the food that you buy them. I mean, they're happy with Jollibee. I'm not eating a Jollibee, but they'd be happy with it. They'd be happy with a coffee shop. They would be happy with both. Started this, ended that. But you know, take them to a Cold Spring with some music and some beer and some food. They're just as happy. And the Cold Spring's free, or 30 pesos for parking. I mean, you guys got to start thinking like a Filipino. They're not trying to be impressed. They're trying to be respected. Okay, you are not defund. You are not defund the police. I don't know what that means. Lapu Lapu. All right, buddy. I go home in June. Maximus, go home. Home where? No, they need to clean the city up. I don't know what anybody's saying. I retired due to the USA demand. The profession. We are now the most hated profession. Dude, all I can say about the bullshit that happened in the US with the police is it's fucking wrong. It's completely wrong. I knew lots of guys that just retired because they were told they can't use real bullets. I don't know if any of this is true. I'm just telling you what I've heard and what I've been told. And there's no way in the hell I would be a police officer that has to be afraid to use my gun. That's a split decision. That's it. And it's bad enough, that split decision, that you have to make that decision, that now you have to worry within that split second, oh, am I going to get in trouble? Am I going to get in jail? Should I hurt him or kill him? My brother's biggest fear is if he pulls his gun, he always says, I said to him the one day, Clint, if I pull my gun, can I just shoot the guy in the leg? He goes, dude, could you imagine if you shoot the guy in the leg and he lives and then he sues you? Because if you're going to pull your gun, pulling your gun and shooting your gun means that you were in fear for your life. And then you're going to tell the judge and the people listening to the court system, I was scared of my life, but I didn't want to kill him. He goes, they're gonna find it against you. That guy that tried to kill you is actually gonna make money from you because you didn't kill him. I know in my house I had a shotgun with the fucking, they're fake bullets. They have the spray shit in them. And my brother said the same thing. He's like, dude, you shoot that to somebody, they're gonna get after you for it. I'm saying I don't know much about Cebu. I've only been there 2 or 3 days. The women are beautiful. I think they have the only reason I'm going back is they have the Tao Temple, if you know what that is. It's on my to-do list, so I'm going back. American standards of coffee is nothing to go by. It's not that our standards are low. We just don't have good coffee, and we're always in a rush, so we don't appreciate quality. I had a neighbor that was crazy off the boat Italian. I'm not saying Italian coffee is good. I don't know what to compare it to. His coffee, it was like an art form when he made coffee. Smart move, Maximus. Thank you for your service, man. Obviously, you're a thinker, not a stinker. Taking my coffee yet? Dude, I don't know what you're asking me. Have I drinking my coffee yet? What time is it here? I don't know if that's the right time. 9 o'clock? Is that the right time? Damn. I've been up since 4 o'clock. So this is about my sixth cup, and I'm going to go get some now. This is stuff I make at home, and then I'll go out to the cafe and have some. Bangkok better be ready for Mad Matt. All systems on alert. Dude, I don't know anything about it. If it's close to the airport and somebody's going to meet me there and have some good times, we'll have some good times. But I'm not staying any longer than I have to, unless that girl does something special. I've been to that temple, that one on top. Yeah. Talk to me about Giga. I heard it's a lot nicer now than it was just 5 years ago. Local coffee. The only local coffee I've had was when I was in Mindanao. I went to Mount Apo, and the indigenous people made me some coffee, apparently from their own coffee, and I thought it was downright terrible. But what do I know? Again, I had nothing to compare it to other than American shit. Do you like the okay shopping? What's that? What is the okay shopping? If expat crap is that he's about to get banned. So you guys tell me, yay or no? Thumbs up or thumbs down for expat crap because I'm about to block his ass. And until I know who Frank Battaglia is, I don't want any problems. Okay, expat. Yo, you guys gonna have to wait for a second. I have to take a piss. Actually, leave a piss. Oh, that's better. You guys keep asking about Cebu. I'm actually going to Cebu in 4 weeks. The outdoor cheap clothing. Never heard of it, man. But now you're making me want to look it up. What's it called? Let me look it up. All right. Can you? I don't know where you wrote it, so can you say it again so I can look it up? I like clothing. Matt, did the coffee make the quit smoking harder on you? Seem like caffeine, alcohol, and nicotine go hand in hand. Dude, I haven't drank at all. Then when I say I haven't drank, first of all, when I drink, it's only a beer here, a beer there, so that hasn't changed. In fact, the beer has tasted worse to me when I do have one. Caffeine, everybody says, I don't know. I drink the same as I did when I smoked. I will say one thing, and then I had to Google because I really thought I was going crazy, is caffeine has more of a punch than it did when I smoked. So now, like, I have to cut my caffeine off at 3 p.m. or I'm up. Before I could drink caffeine all the way up to the minute I went to bed. All right, Mary, cooking that shit for me. All right, Cebu. I'm going to be visiting Cebu. I told you in about 4 or 5 weeks. All right, Maximus. I'm writing it down right now because I want to try it. The Baraka bean, Barack Obama. No, I'm not an Obama fan. Never was, never will be, and don't want to talk about it. It's a song that you hear all the time. Don't want to talk about it. Anyway, I think it's fair enough that uke. Okay, there it is. Okay. I'm going to look it up. I'm writing it down. I am old school, and I believe in this form of learning. I bought some coffee beans at a market in Cavite, Philippines, and it tastes like bitter brewed mold. Welcome to my life. Everything here smells like mold, dude. I can wash my laundry today, and it smells like mold the next day. I cannot wait to get my pig pen's cleaner than the house that I lived in for $30K a month. My pig pen's cleaner than the house I built, even though the house is all new. Everything in there is new. Something about inherently just has mold stink. Have you tried Tyron? What's Tyron? I think this guy is playing me, whoever this expat guy is. 42. How the hell did we just get 42 viewers? I just opened this page less than 40 minutes ago. If the clothes take, dude, I bring my clothes to a laundry facility. I mean, I paid a lady up the street to do my laundry with a washing and dryer machine, not, not the scrubber brusher chick. Um, it's a banana wrap and a pastry and fried. Now, dude, I'm not into the banana thing, but sounds delicious. Anyway, this is funny that we're all sitting here talking about stupid shit like this, isn't it? I would have never thought I'd be doing this. Steve Walker smokes. I mean, if you're comparing it to the U.S., yeah, smokes in the U.S. were costing $12 a pack, I think, or 10 and up. Here, you can get a pack of smokes for less than $1. Literally, less than $1. If you buy enough of them, way less than $1. My cigarettes were costing more then, but I was smoking. Fuck, I don't even remember what I smoked. Shit, it don't matter. No, in the U.S., I smoked menthols. I came over here, I quit for 3 months, and then when I started smoking again, I started smoking regular reds. I'm not an ice cream guy, and believe me, ice cream here sucks. Um, but I get it, dude. I ate so much food over the weekend. I've been eating foods I have never tried here just to put something in my mouth at any given time. I believe that, tobacco guy. Yeah, you can get a ream of cigarettes here for less than 500 right now. Still, you just have to know where to buy them. Donations in my chats. Come on, man. I love you, Wiggy. I have the coffee thing. Can't you do that until this monetization thing goes through? Huh? Do you eat chicken on? You can snack on it instead. Dude, I'm good now. I don't need to snack on anything. I got past it. Yeah, Chesterfields is what I was smoking. Um, Louis, $7 for a pack of cigarettes. I remember when I had my bar with my first wife, a pack of cigarettes was 220. I mean, $2.20, and people complained. And then I remember working at a club down in Philadelphia. I mean, obviously everything's extra at a club, so the pack of smokes was $5, and people would bitch and moan, but they didn't mind buying the what was that drug everybody was doing back? Ecstasy. No, I don't do shabu. Sorry, Louis. Smuggled cigarettes? They might be. I don't know. I know. What airport was I in? Shit. Oh, well, fuck me. Where was I at? It was like a Muslim country when the first time I came here. My God, my poor brain. I'd have to look at my journal to remember. It was a Muslim country that they gave me my layover before I came to the Philippines, and cigarettes were cheap as shit there, man. Yeah, 145 pesos sounds right. I was paying 140 for the Chesterfields. There was a brand when I was in Angeles City that was 50 pesos a pack, man. And I don't know what was in them, but my hands were yellow within a day of smoking them. My skin took on a whole different color. Jesus. Candy bar for $10. Dude, that's Whole Foods. What are you doing in Whole Foods there, money? Christ, send me some money. That's crazy. A local store to buy a pack of cigarettes from my dad. No idea. Check. Yeah, dude. I remember as a kid, my mom would send me on my bike down to the little store that was owned by Indians. It was called Shiva. Uh, I could buy cigarettes all day long. I back and forth buying cigarettes. I had no idea. I was 5, 6, 7 years old and I'm buying cigarettes. I find it funny. Shabu, Dubai. No, it wasn't Dubai. It was I can't. It's like a new city. It's like a new city, brand new city. I can't remember the freaking place or where it was at. Beautiful. From the airport to the drive, it was just. No, it wasn't Turkey. It was. I'll know it when I hear it, but it looked like Dubai or Turkey. It was a bunch of sand eggs. Everybody wearing the white robes. Qatar. That's it. There you go. You got it. I was in Qatar, and when I was there, the cigarettes were really cheap, and everybody smoked. Everybody. Everywhere you went. You know what was nice about that? When I went to the hotel, they put me in a hotel overnight. I don't know why. Something happened with the plane situation. All the girls that worked in the hotel were Filipino. And probably that's what they do. I used to smoke seconds at a cigar shop that were really good, and that's what that was, tobacco to hit the floor. I don't know what was funny. I never did Skull Man. Generation X. All right, Steve Walker. My head's tired now. It's been a long chat, guys. Thanks for following, Steve Walker. Thanks everybody for following and joining the chat. I appreciate it. See, I said thank you. I'm not a total shitbag. I do look tired though. Only 10 thumbs up. Can you guys give me some thumbs up? Don't they do something for me? I don't know. Subscribe too, please. Subscribe. Trying to make shit happen here. Newports are $10 a pack. That's not expensive. Mary, I knew you were a menthol girl. I could just tell it. Nocturnal, I'm not going to lie. I don't remember one thing to the next. That's why do you think I keep so many books and write things down? I don't know if it was from doing steroids because I never did any other drugs. If it was all the steroids I took or all the brain damage I got from fighting and football and all this other stupid shit I used to do, I have to write everything down. And I'm sorry for that. My life memories, they're mine, so I can remember them. But people, places, and things, if I have to remember somebody's name, that's tough. That's why I give people nicknames. I can remember the nickname, but not your name. I can remember if you had big nipples, big tits, small tits. Ask me your name, don't know. Black Buddha, what's the generation? Because if you're a younger generation, you guys have a lot of bullshit too. Okay. When we were kids, we used to play Atari, but when we turned adults, we stopped. I drink to make other people interesting. Dude, you sound like my friend. That's who I just told guitarists to talk to. My friend says the same thing. I know you see my comments late and you forget what we were talking about, but so much love to you, brother. All right, my man. It is what it is. When you say technician for the guitars, you just tune them? Like, do you do repairs too? Z, technically. Yeah, you're a Z. You are a Generation Z. Hey, listen, I'm going to say something to you, Z, and not many people are going to tell you this, but I'm going to tell you it, okay? Number one, we're Generation X. It's way different. You're right. Big divide. Big divide. Be grateful you're not a millennial, number one. And number two, as a Z, you have the world at your disposal. You have shit that no other generation has ever thought of having. You were brought up knowing it, so it's easy for you. It's readily available to you, and it's changing like that. And you guys are able to keep up with that. So there's no excuse for your generation of people not to do well. It's only an excuse. And you're probably going to have an AI make the excuse for you because you don't have enough balls to do it yourself. There's the one problem with your generation. But what's available to you, it's never been available to any people in the world ever. And you guys can do it or not do it. Yeah, a little late on that guitar thing, bro. Customize and repair. Dude, I'm telling you, you're really going to like my friend. I don't know if you have a website, but I think he might or may not. He's a lazy fucker. He's really talented, but lazy. And he used to make the same comment about the drinking. He would drink to make other people more interesting. and he just recently quit. I haven't talked to him much, but maybe he's back on the wagon. I don't know. I used to play Pac-Man with electric service panel punch outs as fake guitars. Dude, we all did that. We were so cheap, we would put a little string on it so we could pull it back out. Did you ever do that? Yeah. Steve Walker, our generation is badass, man. Yeah, he's a Luther. I'm like these guys, no calculus. I don't do calculus. I get it. Generation Xers, dude, our whole life is felonies. Even as I think my own opinion is we've gotten so used to it that we think it's acceptable even now. It's hard for us. So many of us, everybody's boundaries and this and that. Dude, we didn't need boundaries. We just punch in your face. We didn't need boundaries because it just was what it was. We didn't need to say, this is my space. We made it clear it was our space. We were beat up from the day we were born, weren't we? Miss Pac-Man. Oh, you forgot to say Donkey Kong, man. I got feral cats and guitar videos on my channel. Joe Pot, now how fucked up is that? We're talking about my friend that does the guitars. He's a Luther, and his whole backyard's feral cats because he's been married, but they never had children, so the cats are their family. How can you say supervised access, dude? You realize when we had computers as kids, we had computers. You know that, right? I mean, anybody that's a Generation Xer will tell you that. We had computers. It's just we had to program everything in, didn't know what it was, a floppy disk bigger than my cell phone. I mean, come on. And now you're telling me you had supervised? I got nephews in your age group, bro. Supervised. I have nephews that would jerk off while they're in school, so don't tell me it was supervised. Yeah. Had electronics in their hands since they were 2. Yeah. And completely capable of utilizing it to its capacity. Bob Lilly. All right, folks, it's time for dinner. Yeah, dude, I'm with you. What did you make? Pot of beans in the pressure cooker. Go, buddy. Take photos. Send that shit to us. Defender and Donkey Kong. Yes. How about Asteroids? Do you remember Asteroids? Like one of the first games. That's how I got the cat in my picture. All right, buddy. My woman said she can't have kids. She's not my woman anymore, but she stuck with me with 2 cats and then left. Cats are better off. It's like my last video. My pig's better than your girl. Let's be honest. It's always fun when they listen. It might hurt a little bit when they leave, but we all admit life gets better for us gradually. Women seem to do better at the initial onset, but as time goes on, men, because we're men, we rebuild ourselves and we are better off for it. Yeah, Buddha, you were not supervised at all. You were using both hands, right? I know you got that big knob. Yes, sir. I remember, I don't want to say who, but I had to have somebody do my MySpace. And by the time I did it, it was already stinked. Dig dog. Oh, Christ. Vivian was supervised on internet stuff because of the weirdos out there. Yeah. Show us around your shack. I already did, bro. How many times are you going to do? This is not the shack. This is the pig pen we're in. You going to stay awake and watch Trump spew? Listen, I didn't vote for him this time, but I'm a Trump supporter. Actually, I'm just an anti-Democrat supporter. Yeah, handheld football. You remember that little green thing? And we'd get one every year for Christmas because it would break or somebody would steal or you'd bring it to school. Oh, yeah. You'd watch the little square dot. I don't want to call it retro because it's later than all these Atari games, but Mario Brothers was my favorite. I'm not going to lie. And maybe it's because of the memories that go along with it. I remember playing Mario Brothers with my first girlfriend. These are memories I still remember. Being in ninth grade, sneaking out of my house, out the window, on my bike, around the neighborhood, up to the girlfriend's house, ordering Domino's pizza, knowing it was going to be 30 minutes or less. Do you remember that? And playing Mario Brothers and hoping she wasn't wearing a bra that night. That was, it was before I got to touch anything or do anything. So that was one of my fondest memories of video games. So that's why it was Mario Brothers. Collecting the coins. Remember collecting the coins? I heard old Heidi is doing an update. I may watch it later. What is your opinion on that situation? I don't. Who's old Heidi? Billy Jack. There was an arcade at Leo Mall. I don't know where Leo Mall was. Coleco. That was it. Coleco Electronic. Mattel. Yeah. Holy shit, man. We are getting old. I would like to play that now, but now my hands get stuck. My thumbs lock up. PS1 for you. Okay. I figured, Louie. Nothing wrong with that, man. I remember I had a guy work for me back in the U.S. right before I came here. And he asked me to, who's Heidi? What about my health concerns, man? You guys used to bust my balls for being a smoker. Help me. Help me. But anyway, he asked me for money to help him set up a room like this, only it was nice. And he had this special chair. He was a gamer. He thought he was a gamer. But, he would make like 20 or 40 bucks in a night and thought he was kicking and ass. But, would pay for a soda and his food that he ordered at night, and he'd be happy about it. Commodore. How'd you know how to Commodore 64? Atari 2600. I had those days, man. I don't know if you guys had what we had, but when we got older and we were like in middle school and everybody started getting jobs, we would have friends that worked at Kmart, and the whole big thing was, you come around the back door with your mom tonight and bring like $500 and we'll throw like a bunch of Atari game systems. Literally, we used to do that. And then my mom, look, she's dead now, and it's way past the time of anybody doing anything. She would buy 10 systems, one for me and my brother, and the other 9 she would sell. And then my dad would wonder where she got all this money, because my mom was a housemaid, stayed at home. Crazy. I remember as a kid taking those joysticks apart and trying to fix the little suction cup thingies that were inside, because they would always go bad. Instead of buying a new one. Roosevelt Mall. Are you from Philly there, bro? Roosevelt Mall. Talking about Roosevelt Boulevard? Hi, Captain Billy. I have 3 original arcade cabinets. One has, okay. I used to buy and sell those. What was the name of the store we bought the one time? I told you who my boss was. He always had access to certain business. We got a business, that one game store. I forget what it was called. It was before that new game place that's out now. But, they had that stand-up game units that you could test the games. We bought all those, and he would sell them. Do you think Walgreens will sponsor her heart surgery? Who's having heart surgery? Besides Fong, Space Invaders, Kong, I guess you mean. First game I ever played was this is going before Atari, bro. Do you guys remember the little thing where the thing would go on the screen? Boop, 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 boop. Do you remember? It was like a little dial thing that you had to use. What was the name of that? That was before Atari. I remember my neighbors up the street had it, and we thought, like, what the hell is this? The whole TV would become this just little dot. And you had to, scroll your little thing to paddle it. Come on. Somebody has to know what that was called. What was the name of that system? It was before Atari. Was it Pong? I don't know. All I know is that once Atari came out, that whatever that shit was gone. I remember pole position. Do you remember pole position at the arcades? Like four of us could line up next to each other on the same unit. There was a green driver, red driver, blue driver. I remember that. Nocturnal. I don't know if the speech to text is it's really screwed up. Even on my cell phone, the other day I was trying to respond to people's messages and everything I said came out completely different than usual. Pong was the first. Yes, now I remember it. I remember Pong sitting in my neighbor's house. I was only a kid, man. And I remember the parents smoking marijuana while we're playing this game that nobody knew what it was. They had these two giant Rottweilers. And I used to always play with the Roddy. The Roddy was bigger than me. I mean, when I'd go home, I had rips in my shirt. And my mom used to beat my ass for ripping the clothes and blood dripping down my arms. But it was fun. We were having fun, me and the Roddy. It's saliva all over me. And I remember as a little kid, kids up the street tried to steal my bike, and I'm running away from them. As I took my bike, I'm running down the street, and that fucking Roddy came out and kicked that one guy's ass. I mean, he fucked that guy up. When I say guy, I think he was 17 and I was 12 or 13. Yes, Pong was a miracle. I don't know. We like to play kick the can and wiffle ball if we weren't swimming. ColecoVision was Atari's rival. I remember that. Okay, Deluxe Boy. Yes, I remember the pistol. Heidi, the vlogger, needs heart surgery, but too sicky to fly back to US. My biggest concern is, I always said if I get sick, I'll go back to the US. It's easier, but it's hard to do when you. The lady that owns this house, she lives in England and swears she has very heavy heart lung disease, but yet flies back and forth. I don't understand it. Culture shock. I don't know if it's culture shock, but learning to be very, very slow, not learning to be more patient than I've ever been in my life for everything. Um, I'll give you an example. If this is the funniest one for me, is the lawyer I'm dealing with this rental unit. I've made it clear to them there'll be no more money. The money coming out of my pocket going to this asshole has been done, and I have a million legal reasons. But for the longest time, I asked for certain things that need to be resolved, and all I would ever get was, it's the Philippines, man. It takes time. 5 months, 6 months. It takes time. That would be always what I get. Yet when they sent me a demand letter the other day, I got it on a Saturday and said, you have 5 days to pay this. 5 days. Nothing happens in 5 days here. Nothing. So, yeah, learning to be patient. Renewal, man. I mean, I don't know what you know about the Philippines, but you can't own the land. You cannot own the land. As a foreigner, you have no right to own land, period. There's ways around it, but you'll never actually own it. War games, I remember that. Television, baseball, Christ. Yeah. God, we are old. Could you imagine if these kids had to learn how to use this shit? Let's be honest, it's very hard for us to learn modern day shit, right? Or at least it's an effort for us. They just get it on the whim. Could you imagine if they had to learn how to play our games? That would be more fun than us learning their games. Lives in England. What the fuck? She's married to an English guy. Of course, she lives in England with him. Mary Reagan. At least we didn't take those video games into our future lives. These guys still do that. I mean, look at all pro athletes. That's what they do all day. I mean, they're 30 years old and they're playing video games. And even the grown men. Look, dude, if you think that's bad, what do you think the AI is going to do to the younger generation when it comes to sex? You can order a woman. You can lay in a chair right now and have an IV hooked up to you and go on vacation for a month. You guys better start thinking about this shit. It's no longer an idea. It's already here. It's been here. Now it's just getting it implemented. E.T. Do you guys remember going to watch the movie E.T.? What year it was, where you were with, who you were with. I remember it. Dude, you're making me feel bad for a woman I don't even know. Tell me about this Heidi girl. Is she a vlogger? Who is she? They're very serious about the movie theaters here. I've only been in one once, and I went because the girl I was with had a kid, and we were trying to shut her the hell up, and that kid had no idea what to do in a movie theater. It was way above and beyond her capacity to understand what that was. Asian Ventures Jim has fled the country. I don't know who that is. Pot and video games. That is all a dude needs. Hey, I get it. Yeah, I know what you're talking about. I'm just saying, do you remember the movie? Do you remember going to see the movie? I still remember the kid I went to see it with. Yes, there you go. As soon as you got your learner's permit, that video game was out the door, unless you got punished. Remember how many times I got punished? You know how many cars I smashed? How many cars did you guys smash? Shit, and that's before I was drinking. Philippine antics. You're gonna make me write it down. See how you guys are. That's something you'll hear a lot of Filipinos say. See how you are. Jim had a meltdown. I don't know who Jim is. Philippine antics. My kind of girl, 350 pounds. Yeah. That's a lot of fun. You know, they get wet. The big girls get much wetter than the small girls. But I will say small girls can take a lot. Didn't want another assault charge. I don't know who this guy is. Jim had a meltdown. Who is Jim? I don't pay attention to these guys, man. I'm trying my best to keep up with it, but I told myself after I leave this place is when I'll start focusing more on the whole YouTube thing because I keep asking you guys for opinions, but uh, I think there's a giant amount of money and a giant area that has not been explored yet, and that's what I'm looking for. But what the hell do I know? Yeah, I heard about that. Are we not allowed to use the word S? Are we not allowed to use that word? So I know because you just wrote S without writing the whole word. So I'm asking you so I can learn. Is that word against the? Not a big YouTuber, but he had his followers. I heard about that. Who's Jim? Joe Pa, who's Jim? Asian Adventures Jim. I got to look that up now. Christ, you guys are killing me. Wasting my paper on this. I'm just going to ask a straight up question. I have to take a shit. Do you guys want me to leave this open? Yes or no? Just put yes or no, and I'll come back in 10 minutes. Or do you want me to close it down? Take care of your mental health, guys. Yes, mental health is number one priority. I put that above physical health. I've said that since day one. Part of my channel and my progression here as a human being. Everybody's talking about money and this and that. To me, all this, bro, because that's the one thing. I don't care what generation X you are, how good or bad you have it. That's tough for us. How do I mute my mic? Oh, I see it. Okay, guys, you're not going to hear it. I have to walk over to the CR. The house is over there. I'll be back. Stay here. I'm going to write it down. There's 40 guys here. Come on, man. Give me a thumbs up. Do your shit on your compost. There's plenty of shit in my compost pile, man. Do you want me to take a video of that? I'll do it. One for yes, two for no. Do it now. I'm just going to 28. Can't even get you guys to keep my followers. Damn. Back, bitches. I never took the Imodium. Sorry to chime in so late on that one, but I haven't had any stomach issues since I've been here. Yeah, I'd say about 3 pounds. Yeah. Everybody teases me because when I'm ready to shit, literally, I'm ready to shit. I don't wait. When I'm ready to shit, my ass barely hits the porcelain before it's coming out. It's ready. There's no fucking around. We were talking about this other day. You guys, this is what you want to talk about culture shock. This is the stuff, and there's women that wear this too. I would never think about buying that in the US, but that's almost like it's mandatory here. Unless you have a special order somewhere. It's life. This farm for me, I'm just going to say it because you guys are probably listening. This farm to me, it's like one of those things when you're ending a relationship and you're ending it for all the bad things that you can think of. And then suddenly you look over and you see her and you like her ass or her tits or the way she walks. That's what the farm is. I can think of all these bad things and why I can't wait to get the hell out of here. But now that I'm set in stone of getting out of here, I'm looking around. Oh, that looks really beautiful now. Oh, my work paid off with that. Fabergé. Old Spice. I have one for you. I haven't used this since I was in high school or shortly thereafter, but we talked about it last time, so I have to mention it. This was like all over the mall. Like, I don't give a shit. A year ago, it was in every mall and every store. I thought, man, I haven't seen that since I was 19, 20 years old. No, I don't compost my own shit. I mean, I have my own tank for it, but I don't use it. I don't like Axe body spray. I totally get it, but I don't like it. I don't like this either. I know it sounds weird. I only bought this because I need some kind of toner for your skin after you're done shaving. That's just who I am. I'm not a pretty boy, obviously, but I saw that earlier today at Burlington Coat Factory. This guy in his Burlington Coat Factory. Maximus, what are you always doing there? Do you work part time as security? Like, why are you always at Burlington? Cool water. Now we're talking, brother. Yeah. I was a polo guy too. I had all the polos. I remember the Jacquard for samples. Well, I remember all the samples. Yeah, you could go to the mall and flirt with the girl behind the counter, and she'd always give you tons of samples. And then you give the girly ones to the girls that you liked when you went out that week. I still want an answer from what's his name. Where is he? I want to know what Maximus. I want to know why he's always at Burlington Coat Factory. I don't believe that, dude. How do you get all that shit back here? Wait, Billy, Bob, Billy, Captain Billy. I know I'm interfering with your conversation, but where do you have the small homestead? That's what I want ultimately. 2020. Everybody drank the Mad Dog but me. I wasn't a drinker when I was young, and it's because I worked in the clubs. It's the truth. I mean, I worked in the clubs and saw how stupid people were, so I wasn't a big drinker. Everybody else drank the Mad Dog. I remember, what was that shit we used to always think we could buy and give it to the girls and they'd all give us sex? What was that shit called? Do you remember what I'm talking about? It's like a little pill, some Asian bullshit, I guess. But I remember that Mad Dog 2020. And what's he do? Sell it here, I guess. That's smart. Slow gin. Oh, Matt, if you need something, I will ship it to you if you're within my means. Shipping things here is a pain in the ass. I'm going to put some clothing in with my brother. I'm a Boscov's kind of guy. Um, I need all my shirts. Shirts are hard to find my size here. That are what I like. Their sizing seems different. So you can buy a shirt maybe like Macbeth and all this shit, but it doesn't feel the same as like an Under Armour. I'm a double X. Um, the things I really want are stupid, like facial creams and my Tylenol PM. I just found Tylenol PM on Lazada. Fuck me. So much money. I'm sure it's illegal, but I found it. But then as I'm doing more searching, realizing I'm looking for it for sleep, right? Now I'm finding like, I know you guys aren't gonna like this, but like the shit they give people for anxiety and everything now, that's illegal in most places. Now you can find that on Lazada. It's probably not legal. I'm sure it's not legal. It's prescription strength shit. It's drugs, but benzies. That's what they're called. Benzos, benzo. Um, all over Lazada, they're showing up now because they knew I was looking for something to help me sleep. Spanish fly. I used to wonder, why ain't this working? Why ain't my girlfriend horny? Spanish fly. How about the girls here, man? Can we talk enough about the girls here? Nobody. I don't think anybody understands the huge difference between an American woman and a woman here. And they're not even like the American women are women. They're in their 30s plus. These women here, dude, it's just they ooze sex. And I'm not saying that in a negative way. They ooze it like femininity, and they can wear secondhand clothing and look good. They don't need to wear a ton of makeup and they still look good. You know, they're not wearing tea bags and special underwear. They all wash their pussies. Like, they all smell decent. What happened? When did American women stop being women? They don't even want to be feminine. These girls are automatic feminine, except for the ones that don't want to be. Xanax. When I was a powerlifter, they gave me Xanax, believe it or not, for my pain because I had so much pain in here from cracking my vertebrae and shit that it stressed my neck, and it wasn't good for training days. But leading up to a competition, if I took a week's worth of Xanax, my body just relaxed. And boy, was I strong as hell for that competition. Maximus, they are twice as big, but I gotta tell you, even the big girls here, look at that. You guys asked me if I was military. Even the big girls here are not big like they are there. I mean, probably owns the stock. You lost me. Who owns a stock? I like stocks. Now I gotta put my glasses on because you guys are talking about money and women. I love their marine. Yeah, dude. I like the skin color too. I didn't think I would. And I really didn't think I was going to like these narrow waisted girls. And some of these girls look like the one I had on my live chat, though, she had a wide ass. All right, Joe Pie. I forgot you have all the women. Just say hi to them. Maximus, I'm making no comments about military background. I'm making no comments, bro. I told you this. I don't mind being transparent, but I can't be delusional and telling a bunch of strange people everything about me. That would be just silly. It's just like so many people talked about number two's income. Are we comparing income or are we comparing worth? What's the difference? I mean, there's a big difference to income and worth. Paint chips. Yeah. Joe Pa. Why do you have two women, Joe Pa? Is it because you can or because you want to or because they want to? What's the real reason? I mean, obviously it's because you can and you're a man of means. Yeah, yeah. No coffees. Nobody loves me. You don't love me. That's what they say when you don't do exactly what they want you to. You don't love me. Matteo doesn't love me. Chest hurts. Hands everywhere. Damn. Jim Carrey looks bad. I didn't realize he looked that old. Oh, well. I'm going to read a little bit, then I'm going to go eat breakfast. Two women, Pamela and Ristina. I want Ristina. I don't know nothing about it. I just like the name. All right, Neptune, talk to me. What's this? What's kick kick? Are you talking about TikTok or kick kick? I don't know. Are we not allowed to say TikTok? You talk to me, Neptune. I want to learn more about what you're saying, but I don't really know what you're saying. If we're going to talk in metaphors and stuff, I don't know what you're saying. There's a dog that just walked by me. I was overseas for 4 years, refused to date in the States anymore. I don't blame you, man. I don't think I could ever go back to the States. I know my ex-wife reached out to me maybe a year ago, and she's sending me pictures thinking she's flirting with me, and I just thought, oh my God. Bleh. And not because she was older. She's still 40. I mean, she's 15 years younger than me, but just looked like shit. Yeah, I don't care which one's your wife or not. Can I just have Ristina? Money and women. I took down more videos than I left. I was second guessing myself now, but this is your stream, not mine. Talk to me, Nocturnal. I don't know what you're saying. I'm second guessing myself, but this is your stream. I don't have any idea what you're saying. Money and women. I love talking about both. I don't know what kick kick is unless that's code for something else. When are you moving and to where? I am moving within the Philippines, obviously, and as soon as my girl out there that's pregnant, her name is Katrina, has her babies and I sell them, I'm out. Neptune, Matt. Yeah, but you're not telling me what's kick kick. Kick is another app. I'll have to look it up. Kick. But you called it kick. I have 5 girls with kids between 27 and 37. I have 5 girls with kids between. Yeah, dude. I mean, you're not bragging about anything. You don't have anything. Your pocket does. Your pocketbook, whatever you want to call it. Your retirement, your money, your income, your available spending limits, whatever you want to call it. Your cash, your moolah has that. You don't have shit. Nothing against you, March. I'm happy for you. I'm glad you have it. But you know, I got a very healthy, strong, vibrant knob. And believe me, the headache of 5 or 6 women or 5 or 7, whatever the hell you just said, 5 girls with kids, that's too much for me to want to deal with. Not, and I'm not talking financially or anything. It's just too much. My mental capacity needs to be on me, not on 5 chicks with a bunch of kids. One of these guys. I, Nocturnal, it's nothing against you. I've met at least a dozen guys, and I've only been on YouTube for 6 weeks. I don't even think it's been 6 weeks. And everyone tells me they are a famous, you know, underground kind of guy, and I'm worth millions, but I'm not allowed to say who I am. They all say this. Honestly, I don't care if you are, you aren't. Unless you're spewing jizz out of your gold cock, it doesn't help me any. But I get what you're saying. If you want, if that's who you are, that's who you are. I'm not famous, not at all. I would never claim it. I didn't say you were, bro. I'm just saying everybody's told me these things, and that's great. I can't. I don't know anything to argue otherwise. I don't know shit about this platform other than I used to use it to watch people that are a little more important than all of us, or more enlightening to me. Is all I'm saying. I don't mean to say important, but Kick. I'll figure it out. It's just Kick, Kik. So I'll look it up. I'm sure all the young girls here will know what it is. Having 3 or 4 or even 5 Sheila's on the go doesn't give you stability for later on. I found that out. Now I've got one long term, and I travel to get my kicks. Scamper, I don't know you, but I'm going to say that when I'm ready to do that, that's what I would do. I want to settle down with one. I found a few over the course of the last 2 years that I would do that, but then I just said no. I'm washing my hands, clean up it all. And yes, when you want something fun on the side, you would go for a travel. That's why I'm doing what I'm going to do, and that will be later updated when I'm good and ready to update everybody on it. Too much is too much. I'm 54. I don't need 7 different girls. I did that for a year in Angeles. It was not fun. It was cute. It was something to brag about or write home about or journal about or make memoirs about. Is it a lifestyle? Absolutely not. It's not a lifestyle. And when you see these guys, and I'm one of them, you age quickly. You have to take a bunch of shit to keep your shit up to date. It's tough. It's hard. It's not a lifestyle that you can keep going. Just remember, you're halfway through your life and you're trying to convert. You're fighting for young girls that are also with 20 other guys at a time. It's too much, too much, too much. And I don't care where you are. When you're paying for that many girls, it's too much. Not just financially. I have nice skin. That's funny. Just 4 weeks ago, everybody was telling me how bad my skin was. No, Joe Pa, my skin's always been this when I take care of it. When I don't take care of it, I'm depressed or sad or worked up or full of anxiety or stress or whatever you want to call it. I just don't give a shit about my skin. And if you knew what I used on my skin, you wouldn't believe me. But I will tell you this, it has a lot of brown sugar in it. Are you using a beauty filter here? I don't know what a beauty filter is. I don't know what that is. Beauty filter? That's me, bro. You can see the bags under my eyes. You can see my eyes are closing. Shucks, I'm tired. A filter? I'm looking straight into a camera, man. You guys crazy? There's no filter. Look, blah, blah, blah. There's no. You want me to show you my saggy ball sack? Then you'll know there's no filter. No, not black molasses, brown sugar, the hard shit, the crusty. In fact, I buy the cheapest shit you can buy here because it's almost free. I mix that with a few other things. I'm not gonna lie. Rub the fuck out of my skin. Now, recently I've been going to the beach, and I've been telling you guys that, so don't act like I'm making it up. And I take the sand, and I've been rubbing it all over me. My skin feels like I'm 20 years younger than I was just a month ago. Don't between the salt and the sand. I don't know. No filters though. I want to know how to use a filter, and I told you from the day I started making videos, I don't like filters. I don't like editing. So muscovado, whatever that is. The climate in the better food Yes, the food definitely. But thank you for the comment or compliment. I would never use a filter either, Matt. I just never would. Yeah, yeah. I'm with you, guitarist. I like talking to you guys. It's like this reminds me when I had my bar years ago. I just was able to communicate with people, and I got to tell you, man, communications. It's not something you can do easily. You know, talking to a camera myself all day, that's not easy. You know, journaling is not easy. You know, being with one of these fucking girls, better off talk. I'm better off talking to that, and that's the truth. Some of them just yes you all day long. It's like they're knobbing your copper. You know, they don't care what you say. They don't hear what you say. They don't give a shit what you're saying. You can sit there and say it's the end of the world. I'm broke. You know, we're gonna die in an hour. Okay, Mateo. Okay, if you say so, that's what you get. And the more we do these, we're all gonna see. I can tell by talking to you guys. You guys are deep thinkers. I'm a deep thinker. We have over. Oh, there's a word they use for it on YouTube now. These guys are doing all these shit about people that have a wide array of things that they like and do. I can see we're all like that. That's awesome. I like this is what I wanted YouTube for. It was to build a community of guys that have shit in common, not to sit there and bash losers. Yeah, I do exfoliate with the sand. Sorry. It is called exfoliating. Joe Paul, come on, you didn't know that? Yeah, see that's some look. Most of us, if we're old enough, probably have to be on TRT. I have to be on TRT. I can tell you right now, that's why I'm in pain because I don't take it. TRT is testosterone replacement therapy. My hypothalamus, which is up here somewhere behind this section, is what sends signals to your balls to make testosterone. Oddly enough, I get facial hair. I'm still strong, but my muscles are deteriorating quickly, and my cock still works, and I have energy like you can't believe. That being said, I have zero. I have testosterone at the level of an 80-year-old man, but I refuse to put that shit back in my system again. Um, just not at this time. Maybe when I settle down and move somewhere and start going back to the gym, but I haven't taken it in years, and I feel how bad it is that I'm not taking it, but it is what it is. So yes, I believe he's taking that. But the drama of five girls, the drama of any girls, man, at this age, we're on different paths if we're all talking about that. I don't look up to any man that has to deal with a girl right now at our age, especially a Generation Xer. We are for the most part set. We have lived a good life. We have what we have. We need what we need. But knocking off a piece of strange is not, that's one thing. But living with it, and dealing with it, and then multiple levels of that, fuck that. Yeah, that's the Muscovado is what I use at Maximus. It's a real brown shit. It almost looks like rocks in some parts of it. Sincerely, most people are on the bullshit. I do not detect that at all with you. Dude, you're not going to get bullshit with me. If I don't have anything nice to say to you, I'm just going to take you right off my link. I've already done it today. I'm not bragging because I think I'm in for a big problem, but I'm a professional sports gambler. Then you are in for a big problem. And it doesn't sound like you're bragging. It sounds like you're getting ready to lose all your money. And all I can say to you is it is money and you'll get it back again. If you had it once, you'll get it twice. Tony Huge. Am I supposed to know this guy? I mean, the name don't ring a bell. How do you know that? Is your name Matthew or did you talk to them about me? My name is, I've been called Matthew, Machu, Mateo, and then you have Macho. Like, I think they're saying macho, and maybe they are, but it sounds like macho, like Macho Man. Um, Nobody can say Matthew properly. It takes them a long time. The girl that's here right now, she can say my name really well, but she couldn't when I first met her. Matthew is very hard for them. I made a video about 2 weeks ago, and everybody, I guess it went over their fucking heads. Uh, Something about the beach. I remember the first girl here, and then everyone after that. When they say beach, 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 they say bitch. So, I'm thinking they're talking bad about somebody. It's like, Matthew, you want to go to the beach? They mean the beach. So, yeah, I mean, it is what it is, man. I mean, it's a second language for them. Tony Hughes, the guy that left town, is yeah, apartment steroid. Yeah, I have a serious. Billy, Captain Billy, don't ever say it's a serious question. All questions are serious. But why are you asking me? I can't. I don't say it. And you spelled my blah blah blah. How do you know how they say my name? By the way, bro. Also, stock market analysis. So I don't want to be dealing with third world country issues, though. Sitting there and trying to make money on the computer with them on my back. Who's them on your back, dude? March. You don't know how to make money without a woman be in the room. You go in a different room and you do your thing, bro. The woman will wait. She'll be there when you come back. Trust me. Don't make up. See, March. I don't want to be rude to you, man, but I'm just going to say it straight. You're making up bullshit. Not about what you do for a living. I'll never know what you do for a living, but a man that makes excuses, that's all you're ever going to do is make excuses. Excuses are for assholes and losers and pathetic slime. I said it in my second video, Rocky Balboa. You know, you can point the finger at whoever you want, but it's your life. Do what you want. Stop making excuses. Slevin, let's be honest. It depends. Is it a Filipino-Filipina relationship or is it a American-Filipino relationship? If there's an expat and a Filipino, they both have the upper hand. If there's any business here in the Philippines, the woman is the boss between two Filipinos. My opinion. But, if you have an expat with a Filipina, that's like this because, property and real estate is going to be in her name. Licensing and BIR is probably going to be in her name if you have business. If it's just a relationship, well, it's your money versus her pussy, right? I just said it. Sorry. Who's the boy? Blah, blah, blah. Slavin, you're a troublemaker, by the way. Okay, I am back and not driving a lot of vlogs, especially Thailand ones on Kick. Dude, I'm not here to do spicy shit. I mean, what do you want me to do? Is that what makes you horny, Neptune? Is spicy shit? Go watch, go watch some porn. I said I'm going to look into it. Look, it's written down. I wrote Asian Jim's name down. I got Kick down there. On the other page, I got that chick that just had some heart issues. Can we talk about books? Something intelligent, something smart? Anybody read these books I just ordered? And these are all books. There's 6 of them, and 4 of them I've already read. Look, guys, if you know anything about steroids, you're not dying from steroids, so they were probably doing other street drugs. Most guys that do steroids do other street drugs. That being said, most steroids nowadays are not legitimately real steroids. Yeah, dude, they do say our name funny. I don't know why. It's kind of cute, though, in a weird way. Do you read the Holy Bible? Now, see, guys, I've explained in previous videos, I've always had trouble with the Holy Bible. Always. If it's always been something I wanted to read, I have it almost in every room of my house back home in the U.S., including the shitter. But this is what I've been reading, and it's made my life a lot easier. So you asked the question on Maximus, and I'm answering it. And I have this at home. I have this at my other home. So both my homes in the U.S. and then here. This was hard for me to get here, but I got it. And it just makes reading and understanding the Bible a little easier. And that's what it's meant to do. And I got that originally got that from a woman that I met who was a high roller in the church. Not for de-strength. It does more than that. Yes, sleep and mood is the biggest thing. That's why I said I've been suffering with sleep issues lately, but I want to wait until I'm settled somewhere else to get all my other shit. I want to get blood work. I had blood work done before I came here to the province, and I had it prior to coming to the Philippines and always never had problems. But yes, the stress levels without being on testosterone, you can feel it. It riddles you with anxiety and affects your sleep and mood. And I'm going to get into stories about my mood. I've never touched on where I went as a human being prior to doing YouTube. YouTube was a therapy for me. I hope you guys understand when I say that that's what I used it for. It's literally an outlet and a therapy for me. When did you have your heart attack, guitarist? How long's it been? What are you on? There's a guy. I don't know how you. Again, guitarist. I know you told me your age plenty of times, but unless I put a thing here with your bio on it, I'm not going to remember. Eventually, I will because you're one of my bigger guys here. And I like all the thumbs up, but I really wish somebody would buy me a coffee. I'm hurting over here. Look, it's my last 150 pesos. And I got to feed Katrina. She's pregnant. No, but seriously, John Livingston Seagull. Good. I'm writing it down now. What's it called? What's the name of the book, though? Or is that the name of the book? Here's the ones I just ordered, if anybody's read them. And I have these all in my Kindle, but I'm really loving reading books now. The one is called The One Thing. That's why it's number one on my list. The other one's Slow Productivity Mindset by Dr. Carol. Subtle Art of Not Giving a Fuck. I've read that like 5 times. Love People, Use Things. That's by the Minimalist guys. The Power of Now. There's a book I've read 3 times and I still don't understand it totally. And then The Alchemist, which I could read every day. Maximus, I got more money than most. See, that's not true, dude. I have money I'll never be able to touch. You can afford to pay 300,000 pesos a month. So you are a baller. Maximus, I spent that money. It's gone. And now it's just a pile of pig shit. Or some Filipino ate the pig. Captain Billy, I have a lot of friends that are still doing steroids that I was friends with back in my steroid days. And when you look at their skin, you can tell it looks like this leather, man. I mean, their bodies look awesome. It's weird how the body takes all those years of abuse and lifting weights, and suddenly they look better than they did when they were 30. But their skin is like leather, and the problems that they have, it's amazing. I mean, I talked to some of their wives or their friends or even their kids. They stink. They smell funny. It's because their body can't eliminate that shit fast enough anymore. I'm not a David Goggins fan. I'm not saying I don't respect the man. I totally do. I think he's oversells his shit, and that bothers me a little bit. Wow. Sorry, man. I hope you're feeling better. Contributed to lifestyle or stress? What do you contribute it to? Please don't say you got Maximus. I have. I don't have. I'm just. Those 5 events all happen in less than 2 months. Wow. That's stressful. Scamper retracting his messages again. Scamper's a pain in my ass with this. I'm about to get rid of you, Scamper. Scamper, I'm going to ask you, are you a camper? Is anybody here a camper? Like, I'm a big camper. That's why I like that hut that I built. You guys don't seem to be, I thought a lot of people my age were into camping. When I say camping, glamping, like I had a place down the shore with a 5th wheeler. I had a place up the mountains with a 5th wheeler. Everybody asked me, my doctors don't even know. My answer is probably it was so traumatic I couldn't talk without crying. Hey, man, I totally get it. There's a lot of videos I won't do because of how I'm going to respond emotionally. I'll be coming to hang out and work on Matt's farm in April. I'm going to say to work on. Dude, I don't know if I'm going to be on the farm in April. Maybe. I don't know if you're going to want to work here. Have you read Yellow River by I.P. Freely or Under the Beach? Under the Bleachers, I've been taught about, and I'm going to write it down right now. No, I haven't heard of either, but now I'm going to look into them. Yellow River. Look, I cry even whether I'm on testosterone or not. Anyway, Matt, after 4 years supporting people over there, I'm finally flying from Philly. Philly? All right, buddy, you're from Philly? Taking a fucking trip to see what it's like for 2 weeks. Dude, you're upsetting me. The fact that you just said you're taking care of people, but whatever. Where you at in Philly, bro? Talk to me about Philly more than anything else. Most of my messages are voice to text, and I'm driving faithfully, it turns out. And you can decipher. Okay, sorry, buddy. I used to read a lot of books, but don't need as much anymore. I read The Kite Runner and, and even called in sick from work because I stayed up all night reading that damn book. I never even heard of it, but now I'm writing it down. The Kite Runner. And what do you mean you don't need it? Reading's not something you need. It's something you do. It's just a hobby. It's a day-to-day activity. I don't know what you mean when you say you don't need it anymore. Maximus, me and you, I think would, be good friends and also butt heads all day long. Yes, mate, big camper, and I'll show you. All right, now we go. Is that where the scamper name came from? Because I'm assuming yes. Frank Bataglia was bad mouthing you. Yeah, dude, you keep telling me this. I don't know who Frank is, and if the guy don't know me and I don't know him, I don't know what he's bad mouthing. Hugh, highly underrated author, Hugh Jordan. Okay, what did he write? Steve Walker. Yeah, his investment's getting nervous because now she has to hide all the shit that the other guys are giving her. Those are all joke titles for books. Gotcha. I don't know what you're saying, dude. It sounds like another. There, I don't know who Lex RTVD is, but I'm thinking it's a troll, and he's got one more opportunity to say something stupid, and then he's out. I have a feeling I would love Australia. Yeah, 2 weeks is definitely not enough. My first visit was about 2 weeks, and it was totally a waste of time. It took me 3 days to recover when I got here. Supporting somebody for 4 years is a waste of money, Captain Billy Jack. I mean, this guy's been supporting somebody he's never met. Come on, man. I don't even like supporting my own child when I had to pay child support. I'm with you with camping. I did glamping and camping. I got spoiled. Half the reason I like coming here. 4 years of simping in an LDR. And now he's going to come here as a snowbird? he fits all the categories. What are we going to do? She won't ghost him because now she's thinking the ATM has somebody gave her the pass PIN code to the ATM. She's going to hit that thing until it's maxed out. Don't read The Kite Runner. It's interesting, but you hated that book. How do you know I hated that book? Same here. Matt, when I watch somebody like yourself, I'm kind of preparing myself for when I visit. Hey, man, don't base anything that's ever going to happen to you on my experiences. I told you, and this is only because this is how I've been my whole life. I'm 110% or I'm zip. I'm either a winner or I'm a complete loser. That's me. I'm either very happy or very angry. There is no middle ground for me. Yet I've always been in the gray area of the law. Go figure. Not only funny, but realistic. Okay, I'm going to get ready for that book. You are old school on these expat forums. I see you for years now, back to the Obama days. Oh, boy. No wonder Ace needs 3K. All right, go well. I don't know. I feel like you guys are all trying to start problems, and I'm not in the mood. I'm too tired and didn't eat yet. All right, Captain Billy Jack throwing a bone out to Maximus. Maximus must be somebody special. Get him, Maximus. I can tell Maximus has some experience. I don't know anything about the guy. I know those cops know how to handle themselves. They know how to what's the word? Emotional intelligence. I know right now I'm saying just bring a backpack. The rest I'll figure out when I get there. There you go. That's the best way to do it. What's for breakfast, dude? I'm having. I have eggs. Every day I have 4 eggs. Every day I eat oatmeal. So separate meals. I don't like to eat my eggs with my oatmeal. So today I'm gonna have eggs, and then I'm gonna eat some cassava that I grew out in the yard because I'm leaving soon and I want to use up some of the Maximus. Did you really read the Harry Potters or you're lying? You're not the first person that's told me that. I've been told that's a very good read, the series, just for relaxation reasons. I think anybody that's on this page right now is a little bit of a nerd because I'm a nerd kind of guy. But I've been streaming way too long. I'm out of here. Coffee's almost done. Book is done. Bought some new 60 pesos for index cards. I got exactly 100 cards, and they are 4 by 6 inches. Mary Reagan, you need a good dicking, girl. I'm telling you. Insomniac with pain and smoking and everything else. I'm telling you, you need a good old fashioned dick down. Your imagination is better than the movies. What time is it there? It's 10:30 here a.m. I love eggs, especially natural and oatmeal. I eat McCann's. Imagine that. What are you partial about? Let's be honest. It all probably comes from the same freaking field somewhere. I bought here. It said Australian oatmeal, and it came from the same place that Quaker Oats is made. So I don't believe anything anymore. I have a friend that's totally against oatmeal in general, but he's a lifelong vegetarian who only buys food at Whole Foods. He's a guitar guy. Here's a guy that only eats healthy foods, but he was a stone cold alcoholic his whole life until recently. But the best part about this guy is he swears oats are bad for you. One of mine putting down two bottles of alcohol a night, but you're giving me a good idea for shorts later. I miss TikTok right now. I have to start a new account. I can't get into my old one. I never knew the glory of women sliding into your DMs, good or bad. Dude, it's hard for me to keep up with you, dude. I don't know what the hell you just said, and I don't know how to do TikTok. Listen, I've been on YouTube now, just making my own videos for 5 or 6 weeks. I'm completely addicted to the point where sometimes I wake up in the middle of the night. I'm one of those guys that started this whole pathway in life. Cell phones are put away before I go to bed. They're left in a different room and turned off. When I lived at home, I put them downstairs so I couldn't get to them right away. And I'm slowly becoming aggressively addicted to these phones because of YouTube. I can't imagine having a TikTok and whatever this other one is that you just told me about. If I had 3 of those things, number one, I'm not making any money. So what am I now? I'm just addicted to watching and talking to people I don't even know are real or fake or where they're from or what they do. It's crazy. So, originally I've been telling people I'm going to just spit this out before I go. I've been trying my best to, Joe Pablo, can I get monetized? I want to make some money, bro. I just got done telling you guys my whole story here. I lost a ton of money in this fucking place. I need to make some back, not just hope that the stock market helps me. That's a long way waiting at my age for the stock market to return 120K to me, US. And maybe I'll never get it back, but at least a little bit would help. Even if I'm saving my monthly income and making some here to spend. Not that my financial issues are yours, but I'm just saying if there's a way to make money. I'd like to get in with somebody that knows about this stuff and we can do something together. I'd like to do live interviews and shit. My original thing was I wanted to interview bar girls. And then I realized these girls, they lie so much they don't even know they're fucking lying. Okay, Neptune, I got it. You mean kick? Yeah, I got it. I'm going to look into it today. My stories are undeniably awesome, and I'm sure anybody that's been here long enough would have them. Yes, that's what he was telling me. You realize there's pesticides on everything, even if it's organic matter. Let's cut the bullshit. I like, my friend's a vegetarian. I was telling you, and then he says I only eat organic stuff, and dude, it's being fertilized with my pig shit. What do you think's being fed to the pigs? It's a vicious cycle of hoo ha doo da. Thank you, Nocturnal. I appreciate your help, and I appreciate your offer, and I appreciate you saying that. And trust me, I'm not one of those guys that's afraid to ask for help. I'm going to ask for help. The Black Buddha, the ones that are honest would make you sad, but you know that's the problem. I've interviewed girls plenty already without YouTube, and most of the girls I went out with, it was an interview. And at first you think they're bullshitting you about their circumstances or their situation. They're not. And if they really show you their home, which they're all from provinces, which a lot of guys don't get, like you think you think these girls are well dressed, well taken care of, rich girls. They're not. They're not. That's just the image that we get as foreigners coming here. We see these girls at the border. Like, wow, they dress better than an American. It's a uniform. They have one. They have to wear that 5-6 days a week, and they pay for it. It's a uniform. Eat to beat disease. I've heard of that. I never read it. The fuck is that? I got the ballpoint pen all over me. No, I don't know who Tom Yum Lichon is. Maximus, you know a lot of people. Maximus, where do you live, dude? Are you in the States or in Angeles City? Where are you from? I think you told me Angeles. I'm a little confused by you. You're leading me down like 30 different alleys at once. How about you hold my hand and take me, sweetheart? Because I don't know which way you want me to go. I just started meeting people. I think that's what I've been trying to say on this channel is, the first year you come here, you get enthralled with the pootie, right? You get enthralled with the easy ass, the easy life, the cheap stuff, the easy this, the easy access, you just can't believe a young girl likes you. You can't believe this, or you can't believe any girl will screw you this fast without any effort. And then you start realizing, oh shit, this is so cheap to rent this place. I can rent 3 places. I can be at 3 different places. I can have girlfriends here and there. You get so encooped with that you stop living your own life. And that was the point of my story. You guys think I hate bar girls or I hate Angela C. I hate the fact that as a 54-year-old man, I wasn't smart enough to recognize that I was allowing myself to be spread thin, not financially, spread thin as a human being. I don't want to put that much attention on any other human being, not at this stage of my life. That includes babies. That includes other people's babies. That includes finances. It includes, eating dinner. I don't want to eat and have to listen to somebody else's chew. I don't want to go take a shit and smell somebody else's poo. I like being alone. That's my new life. And I don't even know if I want to do that here in the Philippines. For now, I am. Part of me wants to go back to the U.S. and just enjoy the U.S., living somewhere in like West Virginia or I don't know. There's other places you see plenty of videos on where to go. That's like ghost towns and you can live a decent life. Another rant. I just did a rant. The best and worst part about being a creator is you will meet the best people and some people are just trolls. Yeah, guitarist. The problem is these trolls put a lot of effort in being trolls. I mean, 12 different accounts, different names, different this. If they don't get anything out of it, what's the point? Maximus, he interviewed a lot of ladyboys too with his girlfriend. It's a shit channel. See, I would like interviewing the lady boys. It's just the lady boys there is really strange. I'll tell you, I'm going to tell you something about lady boys, not the ones that you see around the walking street districts and shit like that. The ones that are like straight up legitimate people that work for a living and go around, they're just normal people. They're not freelancers or any of that shit. I've met quite a few of them. And what's nice about them is they have no children. Most of them seem very intelligent. They think outside the box. They're highly motivated and highly driven people. Wow, I just talked like I was like emotionally intelligent, didn't I got to back that one out. Yeah, that's right. You told me Chicago, but I'm back in Philippines in 3 weeks. Where are you landing when you get here? I'm just curious. All right, Mary. Email me if you want. Have you done backpack camping? Not just vehicle camping in Hawaii. This is voice to text. I'm out four wheeling. Um, I don't know what backpack camping is. I've done hiking where I've stayed in the woods or on the path overnight. Um, some of my favorite times in life. And, you know, my biggest dream is to do the Appalachian Trail. I don't know if I physically could do it now, but I think I could give it a go. I just would want somebody to do it with me. It's my dream. If I could do the Appalachian Trail, I wouldn't mind dying tomorrow. You are a very good person. And look at that. Here's a guy I haven't heard. Oh, just, Maddie, love to see you in Bali for a beer. Pissing down with rain. Knee deep rain. I fly into okay, Clark guy. Days in Angeles City and head to my province. I live in Bacolod City at least half the year. I travel every 3 months back and forth to Chicago and the Philippines. And your timing's kind of weird. You're not a snowbird because you're leaving Chicago when the weather starts to get nice.
But you could be a snowbird having an LDR, and you could be a six-pack, expat, with many girls, ladyboys, baby girls, baby dolls, Barbie dolls.
You can handle the life of a typical. You can handle the life of a typical Filipino. I can. I sent you a coffee on WhatsApp. Did it go through? I don't know. When did you send it? Thank you so much. But I want to know how to even check on my phone. I'm not good at any of this shit, guys. I'm just learning. I'm going to say no if you just sent it because I didn't get anything. But then again, my phone's all frozen up. I'll have to check later, bud. If you sent one, thank you. If you attempted to send one, thank you. I'm very grateful for any help anybody can have. I got no updates, but thank you. I just joined this morning brew. It's a morning email that you get on your phone. It's just a little update with news across the country in the U.S. 2 round trip tickets a year. Look at March off, whatever he is. March off first says he sent me a coffee. Then when I questioned him, he said Cash App. Who said I have Cash App? Anyway, I don't have Cash App, so I don't know who you sent money to. If I can ask you, how much does it cost for you? Oosh, I don't want to talk about it. Clark is one of the best airports I've been in. The one in Davao sucked, but I liked Davao. The bullet scams are funny. I do spring and fall in the Philippines, summer and winter in the U.S. Winter in the U.S. because I worry about the heating system in the winter. Summer, I don't blame you with that. What kind of bike you got, man? It's probably my last question. I'm going to bed for a little bit. I'm going to eat some breakfast, maybe get a blow job, then go to bed. Around chip 1531. That's not a bad price. Matt, I was asking Max, no response. I'm going to try to figure out how much to email you and leave you a concise message. What do you mean, how to email me? Are you talking to? Are you asking me for an email? Damn. I don't know what the Honda Africa is. Watch off. Who took your money? I don't know who you're talking about, dude. I never put an app up there for anything other than buy a coffee. All you have to do is ask for my email, bro. I made a separate email just for this place. So nobody can do anything crazy to me. Buy them. But like I was saying earlier, just so people know about this, I was trying my best to respond to everybody that sends me messages and stuff. And it got to the point where I started not respecting my own personal time. Yeah, I heard you save a lot of money. Well, anyway, I mean, I've only flown to the Philippines twice. Oh, once back to the States, then back. That was about the same price. I planned that trip about a month ahead of time. Um, you guys are good, man. You get a lot of informative information here. It's been a good sesh. I just learned that word last night. I've been started watching this YouTube girl that's from Malaysia. She's making millions doing YouTube, and she's young. And I never used the word session. I just put it in there. Good morning. Ah, there's my girlfriend. You left me hanging, Sheila. I don't want to talk to you anymore. I'm going to tell you, Sheila, if you look right ahead, I put my email. If you don't contact me, I'm not talking to you anymore because I think you're fake. I'm going to put it again. Look. There it is, Sheila. Don't tell me I didn't send it to you. It's your one and only chance. Just got a text message from somebody I don't even know. Yeah, I'm getting a bunch of fucking political shit. A lot of people lying to me about sending shit. Yeah, I don't like people that lie, dude. Seriously, I don't know who you are, dude, but you might be out. Big Kev from Kentucky lived in the Philippines for 13 years. I submitted. Whoa. Nice, Neptune. You stay away from Sheila. That's mine. See, I see what these two are doing with each other. I fly premium economy out of Chicago, and it's almost 2,300. Okay. Well, guys, I appreciate all the fun, and this is the second time I've had a live chat where this Sheila and Alistair seem to connect with each other. Okay, my name is Scott. Okay, Scott. See the setup here? Alistair is prompting Sheila, and then Sheila's going to prompt me. What a setup this is! And now that I know it, I gotta kind of watch it play out. Nope. Oh, well, she lives close enough. She'll like me one day. Yeah, I can't find it. I looked for it the other day. I'll have to do it again. In fact, let me write it down. It's the last thing I'm writing down. Then I'm out of here. I want to see Sheila's channel. I love the name Sheila, just for the record. And she knows it. Sheila. ANN. ANN. Labrador. Door. S. Oh, my body hurts. 4 W. Sheila, I'm going to check out your channel today if you don't mind. Where are you from? Can you at least tell that? Look, this guy's prompting her. I forgot she was in Cavite. General. Yeah. Can I come live with you? Are you single? Sheila, are you going to invite me to come visit? Yeah, Captain Billy. Let's go together. It's where I always wanted to go. She won't respond to me. She don't. For some reason, she doesn't talk to me. Anyway, I'm getting a lot of Gmail notifications. I don't know what the hell's happening today. Hey. Please confirm your subscription. What the hell is this? White paper? I don't know what this is. Well, it's obvious somebody just gave my phone number away. I mean, my email to somebody. So now I'm getting a bunch of bullshit. Welcome to YouTube. Good thing it was a fake one. I mean, disposable. How's Mary? Mary seems like she likes to cook a lot and she's lonely. That's all I know about Mary so far. That's why you need to invite me over, Sheila. Me and you can live together. Philippine info channel. He sold his channel. Yeah, Nocturnal. I gotta tell you, I only sent that just a minute ago, and I got 5 different emails, and it's all the same thing. Please confirm your subscription. Yeah, so I'm just gonna shut down that email. That fast, some troll. There's a lot of info to put on here, guys. You guys you limit it to the negative shit, and that's a problem. Nobody wants to hear anything positive. And I told you my story. What I see as positive, and what you see as positive, we all see things differently. So I don't know. Is Sheila cute? I don't know. I can't tell. She looks cute, but it's more about how intelligent she is. I've been to Samar, Captain Billy. That was a cool place to go. Sheila. I'm tired of the trolls. I just started. Yeah, look, I just got 7 emails to confirm things. What a great world. Late, yeah, it's a great source for the bar girls, but Maximus, the bar girls, most of them are from Samora and Late. I'm out, guys. If you can hear me, good night. If you can't, I don't know if I'm still alive or not. I don't want anything to do with bar girls. But I do want Sheila to reach out to me. Sheila, I'm going to make contact with you somehow or another. All right, guys, have a nice night. Thanks for watching. Have a nice morning. I don't know what time it is. You know what, dude? I think once you've run your gamut with bar girls, it's like drugs. It's like, no, Sheila, you stay. It's going to be me and you. 11 where I am. I can't get Sheila to talk to me. I don't understand it. She's not a troll. You guys said she has a legitimate page, yet she refuses to chat with me. Nocturnal, you can use the email. I'm not opening up anything unless it, mentions what it is. Many things to do in the house. What do you got to do, Sheila? You didn't tell me. Are you single? Yeah, Maxim, it's 11 here. Just turning 11. I'm going to go eat some breakfast, read some books, and take a short nap. I got to go pay my electric bill. Sheila, you do hand wash or do you send it out? How do you do it? Washing machine? Rob, I'm glad you like it. Maximus, 9 p.m. in Chicagoland. Later, Matt. Yeah, I'll start it. Hand wash. All right, Sheila. You know, all the girls that always told me they do hand wash, I've never seen any of them actually do it. They all have these like really cheap, weak water machines. Yes, all the people here have been great. Yeah, I'm getting a bunch of emails that what a shame. You guys ruin everything. Anyway, that's the last time I give out the email. You guys want to contact me, you can pay it. Sheila. 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 I don't even know you, Sheila. I'm just looking at your photograph there. March off. You sent me 2 payments of $5 each and I didn't get them? Come on, man. Look, my phone can't lie to me. Come on. So who do you think I'm going to believe, you or this? And I thank you if you actually did it and it's just a late response from them. But I just don't think that's the case. I just think you're, I don't want to say anything negative about anybody without knowing. That's not my style. My, look at that. My phone has a virus somehow. I don't know, dude. I mean, I can check. Now you're making me check, so I'm going to check. Something, man, now it's saying it sent me a code. Things are getting crazy here. You guys making me question everything. I feel like a doodah. Hmm. My body's very sore. 10 supporters. Something happened. I just don't know what. It won't let me open. Markov, you didn't bullshit me. It doesn't say how much. Something's wrong here. It's not telling me numbers or anything. It's weird. I don't know what I'm seeing. Usually it tells me my page number and shit like that. You guys are really nice, man. I'm getting people. Hey, I just want to say something. I'm not the most tech savvy person. everybody that just sent me money, I really appreciate that. I had no idea. I wasn't getting updates on my phone or anything, but I just went to my dashboard and buy me a coffee. 10 guys sent me money. So I'm not the ignorant guy that doesn't say thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you. And, that's why I didn't want to say anything negative, because some people, I don't do shit like that. Send the virus. I didn't say you did, Markov. That's on the other phone, the email. Somebody sent some shit to my email. Sheila, you know all these people. I'm not saying anything bad about Markov. Like I said, he's from Philly. Thank you, sir. Where you from in Philly? You still haven't told me. The QR code, Sheila. I've already put my thing down. I'm not giving the QR code. There's my buy me a coffee, Sheila. Sheila, I have nothing against any of these people. I love the communication and the camaraderie. Uh, Next chat, give out social security number. Yes, Steve Walker, that's what I'll do. He sent you a virus. I'm from Philly, but I wouldn't lie to you. I don't think you would. He sees it, says supporters. Anyway, guys, I gotta get. I've been on this damn computer for 4 hours. I'm tired. My head hurts. Yeah, somebody got my email and is banging up, but I don't care. Next chat, I'll give out my social. You only need the last four, right? Sheila, Kavite, are you going to take me on a tour? I like camping. I'll wear my duck car. I say it, man. I said thank you. I got it. Thank you very much. All right, Nocturnal, march off. Thank you so much. Everybody, thank you. Joe Pa, wherever you're at. Sheila, I know you like me. You gotta stop denying it, Sheila. Me and you we're gonna be a power couple. Anyway, guys, thank you, thank you, thank you. Have a nice day. Enjoy yourselves.